The Descendants. The
That's on
Descendants.
Disney with the children of the famous people all like live in the same school.
Oh no, I haven't watched that yet.
You gotta watch it. It's a part one and part two. It's real good.
Okay, so yes, my brother told me that there's some in betweens that I have to catch up on Disney Plus, like the shows. Because I know Falcon. No, what is it?
Okay, we
Falcon.
live. Okay, we live, Sis Anita. We live, and we are live. As you all can tell, me and Sis Anita were having a great conversation before we were live about
Yeah.
some amazing topics. I want to thank the viewing audience for tuning in as we get some information as well as some inspiration from Sister Anita. First of all, assalamu alaikum, ma'am. Okay, Sister Anita, the first thing we want to know is I've known you from social media and of course seeing you on Savior's Day, but what is the major difference between London and America? Like, what's the main thing that we have in common?
The main things that we have in common. I would say like we were discussing before, the TV shows are the same. Like everything over here is American based. I mean, like throughout the years, it's kind of transitioned, and you have like British music artists that are kind of transitioning from London to the States. But yeah, the shows, TV shows, Nickelodeon, you know, Keenan and Kel, Moesha, X-Men, Rugrats, Wild Thornberries, all those shows that, you know, you guys grew up on, we grew up on as well, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Yeah, they all came through on our TV shows. So yeah, that's the same. Our food is kind of similar-ish. It's just that we call it differently. Like what you call fries, we call chips, and what you guys like potato chips, we call crisps. So you know, it's just slight variations there. But I mean,
Okay,
yeah.
so what? So if I'm at McDonald's and I want if I ate McDonald's, but if I was at McDonald's and I want some French fries, do I call them French chips or just chips?
You can say chips, or in McDonald's they understand it. We understand it as fries, so you can say fries. So Big Mac fries. The only thing that we don't do is supersize. So yeah. I remember when I was in America and I was like, you can supersize this? Oh my gosh. So like so our large meal is you guys is small. That's as you're small. So yeah, we don't do the whole supersizing and stuff like that. So yeah, but we've got McDonald's, we've got Burger King, Subway. I think those like the main ones I think of at the moment. So yeah, similar. Yeah. Okay, so we haven't missed a beat.
Excellent. Well, what are your parents' names?
My mum's name is Sister Beverly Muhammad, and my dad's name is Brother Gerald Muhammad. So they're both British born, but my mum's mum is Jamaican, and my dad's mum is Dominican.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
And coming up, what was your fondest memory of growing up, you know, in the nation?
I would have to say when I was 19, it was, I don't know, I wouldn't say it was weird, but the messenger, he came to me when I was 19, like dream, vision, what you would call it. And yeah, he told me some things that I needed to know. And I was like, okay, praise be to Allah. But I think
wait. So Anita, wait. So Anita, your screen froze for a quick second. Can you say it one more time, please?
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. I had the messenger came in my dream or vision. So yeah, that was the most fondest memory. That kind of started my journey throughout the nation and just kind of opening my eyes to a lot of things. So that was a pinnacle one. And then I told my dad, and I wrote it down, and I said to him that there's an old interview, it's quite popular, an old interview that he was doing. I can't remember when it was, but he had the fez and the whole suit, and I said, well, basically that's what he was wearing in my dream, and that's when he confirmed, like, yeah, he came to you, and I was like, oh my god. So,
Beautiful. Praise be to Allah.
well,
And what did he say to you?
he said to me, you have a tendency to start and stop, but you must keep going. And then that was it. And then he walked off. Like, it was like this really massive, like, blinding light that he walked off into. And I said, oh, okay. So, and throughout, my life and just obviously growing up in the nation and stuff, yeah, he knew what he was talking about.
Beautiful, beautiful. And did he speak with a London accent because you were a British accent, or a London accent because it was your dream?
He kept it 100. Okay, he was full in his voice, didn't change it for nothing. I knew exactly who he was. He knew who I was. So, yeah, that was that was it.
Beautiful. And your parents you have siblings, correct? Like
Yeah.
brothers and sisters? And based off of the way your parents raised you and your siblings, what strategies will you keep, and what strategies won't you keep?
I would definitely keep, or what I appreciate from both of them is, they were very purposeful, it's not even a word, but they were very purposeful about making sure that we were proud of our heritage and just being Black. And, before my dad came into the nation, he was a Pan-Africanist. So we already had that foundation. So, before Ramadan and everything else, we celebrated Kwanzaa. And I just remember, like, just the whole unity, like, he got us, even though it didn't register then, but my sister's slightly light, she's a lighter shade than I am. And my dad would go out of his way to get us 2 dollies that looked like us. One was my shade, another one was her shade. So every book or children's book was had a Black child in it. So yeah, they were very purposeful for that, and just teaching us who we are, where we came from, our ancestry. Yeah, I would definitely keep that. And just traveling, like, before I was born, I think, yeah, or when I was a child, they traveled a lot. And they used to study martial arts, so they traveled throughout the Caribbean. I don't know if they got to the States, I'm not sure, but they did a lot of traveling, went to Egypt and everything, so they was living their best. So
yeah.
So I would definitely keep that with me and just pass that on to, when I have children, inshallah. Yeah. And just like the love and just kind of like the family unit, keeping the family together, showing love, laughter, happiness, and music. My dad was kind of like, he did like little DJing on the side, like his music, like all of us, we love music, we love to dance. It's just sometimes we make up like so much noise in the house, it's ridiculous, but absolutely love it. He's got like a whole stack of vinyls that I'm sure is worth a pretty penny, but yeah, those things I would definitely keep. Definitely.
Beautiful. And what wouldn't you keep though? What would you change different? What would you change to how you raise your children?
I think I would be a lot more open in terms of, I think because I don't know if it's like a Caribbean thing or African thing that, once your parents are like a certain age, it's like you can't talk about certain things. So I would definitely want to be more open with my children so they can come to me and, talk about things like the natural urges, like sex. Obviously, sex is a part of life. I wouldn't want them to seek it or figure it out on their own when I'm here. I would want them to come and talk to me, and just explain so we can talk about, the urges are natural. There's a way to kind of guide and work through it, but what you feel is not a taboo. Just, we're here to talk about it. And how you can kind of deal with it and get through it, so you can blossom into great individual.
Beautiful. Sister Rashida sends the peace sign. Thank you, Sister Rashida, for that. Sister Naima says, all praise due to Allah. Wow. And she also says, Assalamu alaikum, family. Thank you all for continuing to watch the People's Podcast. And thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule. My next question is, what was the hardest part about growing up in the nation in London?
Okay. So, it definitely was finding a balance between striving to apply the nation and the teachings as a lifestyle and not necessarily as a religion, and still growing up in school and college. Okay, well, you guys call it university. No, university. Well, you guys call it college and stuff. But yeah, finding your balance, you know, through that transition, you know, 13, 14 into your 20s and whatnot, covering your hair, not covering your hair, tight clothes, no tight clothes, have to cover your bum, this has to be covered, that needs to be covered. Talking about what you believe in. I definitely, you know, it was a hard balance. And it's like, obviously, in that time, there wasn't enough examples, I guess, to like there is now, of like Muslim women who kind of was able to express their Islam in fashion. And, you know, I definitely found that to be a challenge until I kind of had to work through it and find a way of covering my head that fit me. Because, you know, a whole niqab was not suiting the face, okay? The face was down. So when I put it on, I was like, nah, no, this is not working. So, not working. Like, I'm fully convinced that, you know, certain head wraps and headpieces, you know, work for some faces, but don't work for others. So I had to find a balance between that. So clothing wise, I found my balance. And once I did, you know, I ran with it. The other side, I think, is the spiritual side. And I was surrounded by a lot of friends who, you know, were Christians and different faiths, obviously different, you know, sects of Islam. And, you know, we'd be talking about just life. And, you know, my Christian friends would be like really on it, have their Bible study classes and everything. And they would ask me questions about what I believed in. And, you know, it was hard for me to answer. But I know that obviously in the house, you know, when you sit down, you have, you know, conversations with your parents and you're going deep within the teachings and all of that. And in my head, I was just like, you know, if my dad was here, minister was here, you know, they'll be able to explain it because I can't explain it. But so it just got to a point where I was like, okay, no needs. Like, you are an extension or striving to be an extension of that. So you're going to have to do the work. You're going to have to study. So my first book I picked up was, you know, Message to the Black Man, when I was 17, 18. And I just started reading it because I got tired of not being able to defend what I said I believed in. So once I did, read it, started running with it, and yeah, I haven't looked back since.
Praise be to Allah. Beautiful, Sister Nina, beautiful. Excellent. Sister Naima says balance is key. Brother David Ali, thank you for tapping in. Brother David says thank you. He's thanking you, Sister Nina, for keeping it real. And thank you, Brother David Ali, for always showing love, sir. My next question for you is, what is your favorite Savior's Day moment?
That would have to be 2013 in Chicago. Like, my siblings and I, we call it the carpet place. Because I just remember, like, I think it was I can't remember what it was, which hotel it was, but there was just carpet, and every time you got to the lift, you would just get electric shock. But that side, you know, I appreciated our sister in charge, who was like my second mom, Sister Maxine. And shout out to my additional sister, Mariam. Yeah, so she got us like behind the scenes and able to do details. So, you know, one worked Sister Lashonda, the other one worked with Sister Kabasa, and then I think I worked with like Sister Tamiko. So it was really great to like see really behind the scenes how the nation works, you know, everything that goes into it. You know, the sacrifices, the early days, the early mornings, the long nights. buying a seat to watch a minister and then not even sitting in the seat. But I was just like, it's okay,
Yeah.
Allah will reward me. So just
Oh,
yeah,
God.
the scenes. It was a really grounding experience, and I appreciated it. Definitely loved it. And then on top of that, I think that was the first like dance with the Muslims. I love music. We went hard. We were dancing hard. I loved it. Loved it.
Now
Loved it.
I do have a question. How do you bloody dance in London? Like, is this a waltz type situation? Like, how do people dance in London? Like, how do you dance? What's a London dance?
You guys been watching too much Downton Abbey, okay? That's old. That's old.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
I mean, obviously you've got like grime music, you've got hardcore dance. I think we just dance how you guys dance. If it's a beat, we rock to it. Obviously we got reggae music, bashment music, yeah, all kinds of genres. We're two stepping. We're two stepping. We know the candy dance. We know the Cupid shuffle. Yeah, very good. So,
Good. Okay. Well, behind me are some of my favorite albums or albums that have represented, some aspect of my life. If you could choose an album of your choice, what album would you choose besides I'm assuming Jimi Hendrix or the Beatles or Fergie, something from London. I don't know London, the London music scene like that. But what album would you choose to represent you?
you know what? It would have to be India RE. India
Hmm.
RE. Her first album with video. I'm not the average girl from your video. Yeah, that one.
Okay.
Uh, my dad bought that one day, and he left it somewhere, and I was just like, "Who's this? Who's this?" And then, the first song, the video song, it just spoke to me, and it's about what's inside, and the whole album. Again, at a time when you could put an album on and play it through, and you're not skipping songs. It definitely helped me through some hard times. When I was trying to find myself and ground myself and find balance. So I will, if I ever get to meet her, I would say thank you. Definitely. That's mine.
Beautiful. Well,
Yes.
I like the Indie Re album as well. I tried to get it behind me and order it, but it was so expensive. The first one they had the second one with Beautiful Surprise on there, but the first one is the one with Ready for Love, the video song Brown Skin, and it was so. I was like, I'm not paying $150 for an album just to be behind me. So if you can find an Indie Re album that's less than that, you know what I'm saying, then I would absolutely put it up there because I like her first album as well.
Actually,
Naima says a classic. She loves the album. Sister Rashida says Juke. I don't know what that means. Sister Rashida Muhammad, but whatever. This is Naima was laughing, and Brother David Ali says the bloody. Oh, he's laughing at the bloody dance. Yes. Okay. What do you do for fun, Sister Anita?
it's really like music. It could be music, reading, dancing, well, going out when I could go out. Just doing really, I'm a really awkward person. I like to do like really out of the blue things. So what did I do? Like aerial yoga. I think I did that for my birthday one day. Yeah. And if I'm not doing something in London or going out with, family, then I'm traveling.
Okay, so see, we got to pause. We got to pause on the aerial yoga. When you say aerial yoga, you mean like the flying in the air yoga?
Yeah, like yeah, with the I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, the aerial yoga. It's like a
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So I like to
Okay.
try, I like to try different things. If there's something new in London that I haven't done, I like to do. Yeah, and if I don't do that, then I'm traveling. So I think what was it? My bucket list place was Egypt. So I went to Egypt last year, and to the pyramids. The pyramids. I'm thinking, yeah. They were saying you can't, you're not able to walk around the whole pyramids. It's gonna take you a long time. And I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, I'll bang it out, 45 minutes. It's all right. I'll walk around. It's all right. When you see the pyramids, the magnitude of what our people done, it floored me. It floored me. It is humongous. Um, and they stand so tall, and they're there, they're not moving anywhere. You would think that they were built yesterday, and not for, they haven't been here for like thousands or hundreds of years. So I, I'm floored. I was so happy to kind of achieve that. And since my parents, they went to Egypt before I was born, so it was a blessing to walk in their footsteps. So yeah, next trip hoping is like Kenya, inshallah. We'll see.
Okay. I'm coming to your question right now, Brother David, right after this one. Sister Anita, is everyone in London rich?
No. Wait, let me give you a hell no.
Oh God.
No,
it seems like everybody who I've ever met from London, especially the Muslims, they come to Savers, that y'all coming with the fur coat, like it's coming to America. Y'all have the accent. Everybody's drinking tea with the pinky up, coming through with the fur, like.
It's called bougie on a budget. It's called
bougie on a budget.
Yes, bougie on a budget. So, it's not to say, obviously, you have some believers who, we have great jobs that blesses us to get certain things. But yeah, for the most part, we're striving and struggling just like you guys. I think it's more of like a class thing over here, because like London and United Kingdom is so small. It's more about, this is upper class, this is middle class, this is lower class. So, where I live is a middle class area, where the houses are like going for like, let's say about 800k to about £1 million. So there's different areas in London that are kind of like well-to-do areas, and then there's some areas that are poor. So like, and we've learned the art of saving. Savior's Day is like, a massive highlight for us. So you will see us there for like a good week, because it's like a good holiday. So we're just, we have to do the show stopping, with the fur jacket, everything. Yes.
Beautiful. Praise be to Allah. Okay, well, Brother David Ali says, shout out to Sister Anita for hooking him up with one of your tribal shirts. He was very impressed with the quality, way better than what he thought it would be. Speaking of your tribal shirt, we want to promote your business, because I want to promote the sponsors. How can we support your business? And where can we go?
Currently working on the website. It's almost done. But you can find me on Instagram, The Tribe Nation 2019. That's the Instagram handle. And then I'm taking, if you guys just message me for now until I get the website up, then I get your orders done and process it that way. But yeah, alhamdulillah for everyone in the nation that supported me so far. Thank you so much. I'm truly humbled. And that, you've trusted me enough to kind of take, your hard-earned money and, do a process and get your stuff to you. And yeah, everyone's been patient. So I thank you for that. The tribe stands for tradition and rituals inspire Black excellence. So you so I was inspired. I think I was watching something to do with like the Dogon tribe, who deal with, they're connected to the Sirius star. So, and it just kind of hit me that, throughout our lives, we've always kind of done some form of tradition. We're always doing something traditionally, whether it's like, the slaves who were in Haiti, preparing for the revolution, to, Caribbeans over here, there's always some kind of tradition or some kind of ritual that we get into or that we're connected with. So, that was the T and the R. And then you have inspire, and then BE was easy. It was just, Black excellence. We really are just everything we do, Black excellence, from music to education, to creativity, just everything. And I just wanted to create something that just said it loud. So yeah, that's what we have. So that's it. The tribe. And I just want pieces that are conversation starters. I didn't want to put out something that everyone's doing. I wanted it to be different. If it didn't have any substance, then I didn't want to do it. And alhamdulillah, every piece is definitely a conversation starter. And that's what I want.
Beautiful. So, well, I you can't see my shirt right now. You know, I have a Little Wayne shirt because it's his birthday today. But if I gotta get the shirt so I can wear it to help promote it on the People's Podcast. Like, share, subscribe, get it on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. So if you want to send me a shirt, I'll definitely promote it. You know what I'm saying? So we can hype it up to support Black business and just your winning. The reason I keep talking about London is because I'm very fascinated through television media, and America has shaped the world through entertainment. But as a Black person in London, is there anything I can put you on to something from America over there? But is there anything that you can put us on as far as Black people who that we may not be on? Like you said, Moesha, you name shows and stuff that's here. Is there something that we aren't up on that's in London that's like the cool thing? What's can put us on to something?
Oh, do you know what? TV shows.
It gotta be TV show, be music, something that's not like crossover yet. We know y'all got Idris Elba, the black dude from Star Wars. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got some people who from London who might inspire people, but is there something that we not up on? You know what I'm saying?
I would say music-wise, since I'm in love with music, there's an artist called Wretch32. So that's WRETCH, the number 3 and the number 2. Like, he is an amazing lyricist, like ridiculous.
Okay.
So him, definitely. So the song that I when I shared our flyer on my page, and the song Power, that's one of his songs. So his lyricism is stupid. It's ridiculous. It's really great. So I would say him. Obviously, you guys are on the Afro beats, but there's just so many Afro beats. Obviously, Burna Boy. You've got Kiss Daniels. I know you got Davido. You guys know Davido. And you've got Simi. You've got, I know you already know about Tiwa Savage and Wizkid. So yeah, right now the whole movement is like Afro beats. And then so I would say definitely look out for more of that. Afrobeats is the one. I can't really say Afrobeats without saying Caribbean reggae music, soca music. Like island, That, if you're looking for a good time, party starting music, that is it.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
And another.
Brother David Ali said that London has some cold artists. And Brother Joseph said the black dude from Star Wars. Okay, he's laughing at me saying that. I don't know the man's name. I don't know. I'm gonna butcher it.
I think it's John Boyega.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm gonna say it wrong.
John Boyega. Yeah. He's making moves.
She's definitely a Weekend fan. I forgot Wizkid fan. Okay, boom, Wizkid fan.
Yeah.
Didn't even think of Wizkid fan. Boom. All right. My next question for you is, how can we support and promote your business and stay connected more as Black people in America to Black people from London? How can we stay connected?
Okay, so for my business, I guess it would just be to support and buy a jumper, buy a t-shirt, buy a jacket. So
jackets too.
Yeah, I'm introducing it. I just got a female one, so I'm working on the male one. So yeah. Okay. So yeah, and just tag me and just keep it moving. Keep it moving. A lot of people have reached out because they love the concept. So yeah, support with a t-shirt and everything else would be great. How do we stay connected as Black people? Ooh. I think the commonality of slavery, and even though the Caribbeans or people from the Caribbean still have some of a culture, with the music and everything else, the connection is that we did go through slavery together, and that we still trying to find out who we are. The connection goes both of us from both sides of the continent, still connect to Africa. You have the artists, not artists, but you have actors like what's his name? What's that guy's name that did it with Jackie Chan? Rush Hour.
Chris Tucker.
Yeah, Chris Tucker, you know, tracing his ancestry. I think he was like back to like Cameroon. So, you know, the connectivity that we're trying to find unity, because there's, you know, police brutality over here, not necessarily as harsh as America, but there's still police brutality over here. That's a connection too. And just that, you know, we're both seeking knowledge of self, and that should be the common ground, that we both want to live in our truths. We want to be able to live free, you know, with, as we say, freedom, justice, and equality. You know, just all of that. So I would say hold on to that, even though, you know, the music may be the same. I mean, maybe different. Sorry, our lingo or our tone or our dialect is slightly, you know, different, but we still, you know, we still speak the same. We're still connected. We're still searching for our roots and all of that. So I would say, you know, that much, you know, for the believers, um, is the teachings. The teachings is meant to keep us connected. So I think that we should definitely remember that. You know, we love Minister as much as the believers do in the States. He just couldn't come here, that's all. So
Okay, speaking of that, let's talk about the Most High Minister Louis Farrakhan being banned and how you all keep your faith, because to me it seems that it will be harder for you all because we are blessed to see him more in person. You know, so you all have to have a different level of faith because you can't see him in person unless you come here. So how have you kept your faith despite not being able to see the minister as much as we have been blessed to see him?
um I would say, I think again, because I'd say the majority of the believers over here are from either a Caribbean background or African background, you know, transitioning from their country of origin to London itself was itself, and had to be, you know, you had to ride on faith because you was going to a country you didn't know, leaving your family behind in the hopes of a better life. So that faith was already there. And then coming across, you know, a knowledge of self that's so profound, and you just want to cling on to it because it encourages you to be a better individual. I think, yeah, that was it. That hit it for us in the UK. Like Minister, you know, the tapes. I don't even know. I think I was young, but the tapes, the VHSs. It was his word literally had the, you know, had power, you know, manifesting into, you know, doing for self literally. And I guess coming from that, you've got to do, you know, you've got to work hard, nothing is given to you mindset, to hear someone speak so boldly at that time, you know, our parents were, you know, racism was rampant, you know, over here and over there. Yeah, there was, we just, yeah, he was just like an addiction. And I think that's what's kept us through, is, you know, striving to unify and his words. And obviously it helped going back and forth just to kind of get a top up, like Savior's Day, Holy Days of Atonements and whatnot. So I would say, yeah, that was it. And his videos, his lectures, I think, you know, on now YouTube, but my dad had VHSs, he had tapes. So, you know, it was a blessing to be able to just kind of put the VHS in, the videotape in, and listen to that, or listen to it via a tape. You know, I think it encouraged us to be a lot more creative because we couldn't see him and he wasn't allowed here. So, and I think with that, it just encouraged us to be a lot more stronger, to be even more determined, to want to do things for ourselves, and just show that, like you say, you know, love is not just a word, it's a verb. You have to do something. You have to be able to manifest stuff to show that you love something. So,
Beautiful. Praise be to Allah. And I want to thank you, and we want to thank you all for holding it down, because I can't imagine how uncomfortable or awkward it may have been for the first Muslims in London, MGT, to wear garments. You know what I'm saying? The brothers wear bow ties, FY uniforms, without having the same amount of, you know what I'm saying, America. Well, we got it rough over here, but we could, man, we one call away. It's way, you know what I'm saying, 50 States. We right here with it. You're all
Yeah.
across the pond, as you all say. And I thank you all for representing and holding it down by the grace of God. That inspires us, and it shows there's no excuse for us. So we thank you for that. I have 2 more questions for you. But
Okay.
before I get to these 2 questions for you, Sister Anita, thank you very much for your time. And thank you all for your patience watching the People's Podcast and always showing love. I have to show our sponsors. So like, share, subscribe on YouTube, please. Also, for all of our sponsors of this week, my goodness gracious, of course, it's not showing right now. 1 second. Okay, it just did. Okay, here we go. 1 second. I got the slide. Come on, click on it. Click on it. It just did. 1 second. Says boom, 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 boom. There we go. Street premiere media production, 4K cameras and drones. My brother Rashad and Jamal, they have a video production. We want to thank them for that and their sponsorship. I want to thank Sister Miriam, ABC I Love Me, Children and Colorings book. Thank you very much. Please get that on Amazon. 2 amazing books. My sister Naima, Stay on Point Dance Academy, LLC. Thank you very much. She teaches ballet virtually to children, young women all across the world. Please reach out to her if you want your daughter to learn ballet. Our brother Supreme Men's Clothing in St. Louis. If you want to get dripping, have fashion. Shout out to Sister Anita for her fashion as well. Let's stay all connected, all of the creators and people who do fashion. Brother Ronald Muhammad, BMW Entertainment. They do event planning and security management all across the country as well. Raising Black Millionaires, Sister Tia Muhammad, thank you very much for your sponsorship, teaching economic empowerment to young Black children. Brother Kenneth Muhammad, bow tie maker extraordinaire, thank you very much. If you all need a bow tie, please reach out to Brother Kenneth. He'll ship it to you in no time. I'm coming right back to you, Sister Anita. Brother Todd X. McGraw, Insurance Group. If you need some insurance, reach out to Todd X. McGraw. He will make sure that you have the best insurance deal that you can get. Also, Exodus, a new way of life, credit restoration. If you're trying to get your credit up, let's reach out to them. They do a great job at restoring credit. Khalid's Boutique, they thank you for the shirt. They're going to get you custom-made shirts, whatever you need. Fashion people, let's stay connected. Everybody come right back to Sister Anita. Brother Chantel X, his refrigerating and freight shipping all across the country. If you need anything shipped, let's reach out to Brother Chantel and his amazing company. Brother Jabbar Muhammad, Clean First Construction Inc., painting, carpentry, flooring, plumbing, etc. Thank you very much, Brother Jabbar. And if you all need that and you're in the Chicago area, make sure to reach out to Brother Jabbar Muhammad. Also, Sister Landra El Muhammad, Navy Beans, More Than Bean Pies. Let's make sure to reach out to our sister. She does an amazing job with her food and etc. Thank you very much. Dr. Henry M. Carter, King Henry Turkey Legs. They have amazing turkey legs in Atlanta. Make sure if you were here, Sister Anita, you need to come to Atlanta and get some of King Henry Turkey Legs. I don't know if y'all have those with chips, as you all would say, instead of French fries over there. Home decor. Make sure if you all want to get your home decorated with some new stuff, reach out to our sister. She's going to get it done right away. Boom. Brother Rashad Muhammad in Chicago, COVID-19, a cleaning company and disinfecting company. If you're in Chicago, in the Chicago area, you need something clean for this time that we live in, please reach out to Brother Rashad Muhammad. Thank you, sir. Also, my father's book, A Soldier in the Movement of Christ, AbdulSharif.com. Thank you very much, Dad. It's a great book. Make sure you all get it. Last but not least, my 2 books, No Father, No Excuse, Cleopatra, both of which are on Amazon. I thank you all very much for your continued support. Please continue to like, share, and subscribe on YouTube. Sister Anita, do you all have turkey legs in London?
Yes, we have turkey legs, but that's usually in around Christmas time that they would have, turkey legs. We don't have it between.
Y'all call it turkey legs?
No, well, you mean turkey is in like turkey that you have for like Thanksgiving, right?
No, like a smoked turkey, like it's like a big turkey leg. It's like a big turkey leg by itself.
Oh no, we don't have that.
See, now you're judging us. All right, brother. Corey X Williams says, "Thank you for all this information. I too am. He too is a businessman. Most definitely be replaying this and sending emails to you tonight. I'm assuming he's talking to you, brother. Sister Anita. Thank you. I want to keep supporting. Brother Davis says, Real Talk Josh. Thank you. Sister Love It. Thank you for always showing love to the people's podcast. And okay, boom. Sister Anita, we are trying to, I'm personally trying to connect with people all around the world to show the commonality of Black people, human beings in general, but specifically Black people and members of the Nation of Islam. Would you ever write a book about your life?
Ooh,
that we may have a better understanding of you.
Yeah, I think memoirs, probably memoirs. I like to journal. That's my thing. I love to journal things. So I definitely, yeah, I would think about it definitely in the future. In the future, yes, inshallah.
Beautiful. Praise be to Allah. And the last question that we always ask every guest that comes on the People's Podcast is, Anita, what would you like your legacy to be, ma'am?
Oh, I would like to extend, generational wealth for one, for everyone to know that, I'm all about love, as cliche as that sounds. Love, happiness, joy, just a lover of music. I just want everyone who's an extension of me to know who they are, travel as much as they possibly can, seek knowledge from the cradle to the grave, everywhere, from every aspect, avenue of the earth, regardless of if it's, nation teachings or spiritual teachings, or just everywhere. I think that's what I want my legacy to be. Just happiness and love and joy and just like a light. So yeah.
Beautiful. Praise be to Allah. And thank you, Sister Anita, for your sacrifice. Please thank your family for their sacrifice as well. May Allah continue to bless you all with nothing but success. Let's all stay connected. Once again, you named a lot of shows, but you did not name Friends. Friends was one of the shows that introduced me to London. I'm just telling you, they went over there because Ross was getting married to Emily, and they were in London, and they kept saying London, baby, and all. Like, I don't understand, Sister Anita, how you end up on Friends, but whatever.
It just wasn't funny to me. I don't know. I'm sorry, Joe. I couldn't connect with it. I could not connect. But you see, we're connecting with Marvel. That's what
we're connecting with Marvel. Okay, superheroes. Okay, well, we got superheroes. Yeah. All right. Yeah, so please stay connected with superheroes. Shout out to Disney Plus and all of your shows that you're watching on Marvel. Thank you for coming on. Thank you all for watching. May Allah continue to bless you, Sister Anita, and may Allah continue to bless you all. Assalamu alaikum.